Welcome. What's up, guys? How you doing? It's been since November. I haven't done a live stream since late November of 2017. So it's my first live stream in a while, so I'm glad to be back. So, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm going to try and start doing these live streams again a little more regularly. I tend to do them on Sunday nights. I'm in the Mountain Time Zone, so it's about 11 p.m. It's kind of how it works out for my schedule, so I tend to do these a bit later in the evening, so I apologize, but if you can't make the live, you can always watch the replay later on. So what do we have here? We've got an Access Virus TI2. Wanted to just kind of take a look at this. I picked this up a little while ago, but I've been waiting for the rack ears. It actually took quite a while for those to come in, get it set up and integrated into my live rig here, which I've been working on. So tonight I just kind of wanted to set up the total integration aspect with Ableton and kind of play around. So this will be a lot of fun. Let's see what we got here. So let me see if we can do something with this. I have a pre-made virus thing here. Let's take a look here. And it's just going to be a second to load. So so with the live streams, guys, if you come in here, I've got the live chat in the corner. Actually, how do I point? Down here. So you guys are welcome to comment, etc. And if you have any questions or anything like that, I do try and answer those. And so this should be fun. So this is still loading. So we're going to have to wait a minute here. Hopefully this loads up. So with the virus, this is one of those things where I had the full keyboard version a long time ago, and it was one of those things where I was like, it kind of sounds like Sylenth, and I think a lot of people kind of go with that, and instead they use the cheaper plugin version, in terms of using something that sounds very similar. But the one thing that I realized in trying to set up equipment for live is that you want to try and limit your processing power as much as possible. And the cool thing about the virus is it's got a lot of horsepower. It's a DSP-based virtual analog synth and 16-part multi-timbral. It's got 3 different stereo outputs you can route sounds to, plus I think 3 or 4 USB ports. And I've got this kind of set up. I don't know what the hell I was doing with this. This was quite some time ago. But we'll see what we can figure out here. So this is how I have this set up here. So we've got virus. Let me bring up the plugin here. So the cool thing also with the virus is it comes with the total integration virtual instrument, basically, that you can use with your DAW. And let's just see if we have any audio in here for this. And I think I've got these routed, USB 2, 3, and then this is kind of output 1, if I remember right. And some MIDI. And I think I've got these segmented on the keyboard. So I'm triggering a bunch of stuff here. Let's see if we can break down what I have going on. And sorry if that's too loud, just let me know in the chat, guys. I'll try and bring it down a little bit. So I've got some MIDI. What am I using? Am I using Blue Arp in here? Yeah, so we got some Blue Arp instances. If you guys haven't used Blue Arp, check that out. It's a cool free arpeggiator. And so what I've done with this little deal here is I've set up a couple of presets, and then I'm triggering these with the left-hand side with the layered sections here. And then I've got like a hypersaw on the right side. So that's the Access version of the Super Saw, made famous by the JP8000, which I love. So let's see. So of course there's a shit ton of presets in here. The cool thing is we've got 2 filters, and I'm trying to remember, it's been a while since I've been in here. I think you can run these in parallel or in serial. 3 LFOs. You got a modulation matrix. There is a built-in arpeggiator, but I tend to use external arpeggiators. FX section, which I try not to use internal effects on any synth. I like to have those external. Your comment parameters for your transpose, pitch bend type, those types of things. And patch utility. So I think this is where you can set some rules here. But anyway, then on the right hand or the left hand side, this is all your 16 parts, and you can load these up. So if we select this one, and I think am I lost now? I've got myself confused. There we go. All right, and this is kind of the simplified version. You've got a big knob here for your filter cutoff, some oscillator settings, etc. This stuff can be automated too, but I think it's kind of weird. I think you have to set up like a separate track to do the automation, separate MIDI track for each part. And yeah, so right now this is all just coming through the USB interface. And let's see if we go with number 6. Let's find a preset. Let's see if we can find a good bass. And then what I'm gonna do is we will mute some of these other ones here. And here we go. So here's MIDI 6, but yeah, we'll just mute these other ones real quick. So you can see down here, I've already kind of pre-done all this all the way up through 16, I believe. Maybe not. Looks like maybe 11, 12, 13, 14. Looks like I could change that. 15 and 16. So you want to route your MIDI, of course, correctly. So we want to route to there's 5. So it's a little cumbersome to get this set up initially, but then you're golden. All right, so now we should be able to pick some presets. Let's see what we got here. So and again, I mean, it's just the massive amount of horsepower that you have in this type of synthesizer. I did a video like kind of demonstrating the multi-timbral capabilities of a Korg Radius, which is 4-part multi-timbral, but it's only got like 24 voices, and you run out of those so quick. I think with the TI2 you have like 80 or 90 something voices available. So I mean, you could literally compose like a whole track with just a virus, which is cool, and it makes it really powerful as a live performance tool, in my opinion. And it keeps it sounds good, and it keeps the load on your CPU way down. You don't have to use as many virtual instrument plugins. And then, of course, you integrate that with some awesome, mono synths, analog, like some Moogs or, whatever you're into, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, let's just keep kind of messing around with some presets here. And you've got volume control here. So this one's got an arpeggiator in it. And I do not know how to use this at all. Let's see if we can figure it out. And I think you can go, can you change this into a... That's cool. It's got a randomized feature in it, which I actually like. Actually, that's pretty cool. And it looks like a shift feature. Cool. Let's change our range. Why don't we try messing with the sound a little bit here? Saturation here. Yeah, so we got here. Is this our? Yeah, so this is our different filter routings we can do. So we got 2-pole saturation, and then 2-pole, and then 4-pole saturation, 2-pole, and then this is in parallel, and then split, which is interesting. Oh, cool. One side is there, and this is the other side. Wow, that's interesting. That's pretty cool. So the cool thing is, again, I mean, you basically don't have to ever touch your front panel if you don't want to. And when something like this is sitting in a rack and you're on stage, that's really cool because you can automate this with a controller, and I like that. I think that's pretty sweet. And the Virus is one of those synths that's like they haven't released a refresh in, I don't know, almost 10 years probably. And I think that the reason for that is it was done really well. The TI2 is pretty freaking sweet. There's a reason why they cost so much, and again, it's just because of the sheer horsepower of the thing. All right, let's see what else we can find. Let's change our category and find something else here. Oh, drums. I haven't heard any of the drums in here, so let's see what those sound like. Oh, so it's like an 808 kit? It sounds like just the cowbell though. Yeah, cool. Now let's just look at one of these. I'm not sure how this is, they're using LFOs to do this? Yeah. That's pretty cool. And that, yeah, I kind of dig that. Whoa, shit. Sorry if that's too loud here. Let me bring that down. Sounds like some Fight Club soundtrack shit. Ooh, cool. Yeah, so I mean, get some halfway decent drum sounds. Now, I'm gonna be using a TR-09 and a TR-08 and the Kick 2 plugin. So I mean, I'm not necessarily gonna use these, but you never know. Still kind of cool. Let's see what else we have here. Ah, some FM stuff. Let's see what this sounds like. How about I switch the frickin' screen for you guys? So let's take a look at how that's made up here. Ah, so they've got FM enabled down here. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can mess this up. Just imagine going through and automating the switch of the waveforms in here. That's pretty cool. That's fun. You get lost in that. I don't know. Like, the FM sounds cool, but it doesn't sound... It sounds kind of weird. Here's some DX stuff. Let's see. Yeah, you probably want to get... Oh. Some pianos. I don't know, it's alright. That's cool. Alright, let's see what else. Now, we could try some vocoder, but probably be a different time. I need to have a microphone hooked up for that. Yeah, there are two inputs, stereo inputs on the TI2, which is cool. Let's hear some plucks. This is some cool ambient style. Actually, that's something I was kind of interested in. So when you switch sounds, let's go back to that little piano-y sound. It's got a long delay, long tail. When you switch, it doesn't cut the sound off, which is cool. Because the way I plan to use this is I may have live changes in different sections of this synth in real time. They'll be triggered, and that's cool, so that it won't cut stuff off. So then you've got a filter envelope and an amplifier envelope. Pretty snappy. Cool. I'm digging it, guys. This is pretty sweet. Let's see what else. These are just the presets. I mean, I'm sure digging into this, doing some custom sound design is going to be a lot of fun. And actually, the reverb sounds pretty good in this thing. Let's see. Let's play around with the effects a little bit then. So there's effects 1 and 2, and let's see. So that's the delay. Ooh, I got some chorus. Let's turn some of that on. Chorus is one of my favorite effects. distortion. Let's turn this on. Let's see what kinds we have here. Ooh, wave shaper. I mean, look at this. This is so much stuff in here. Let's just see what that sounds like. That might be a little too much. And yeah. So that's locked. Let's do. Alright, let's turn that distortion off. Like, I think in tiny amounts, that'd be cool. Unless you're really just trying to distort something really bad, I guess. What else we have? So there's input, which we've got disabled. Filter bank. What can we do with this? Ooh, a comb filter. Fuck. I still think that the best comb filter I've ever heard is from the Nord Wave. I'm not sure what this does. That might be a manual lookup. Look up in the manual. So we've got some EQ here. I don't know, the effects actually sound really freaking nice in here. I might have to use these. I wonder if you run signal into here, if you can use it as an effects processor. That's gonna be fun to play around with. Alright, let's see what else we have. Some strings. Got some aftertouch in it too. It brings in some vibrato there. like that. With a little more release and some more reverb, that would sound really cool. Actually, let's look at that one real quick. So hypersaz makes sense. Filters and actually, I'm curious to see if they're using chorus. Yeah, so they got some classic chorus turned on. Let's see if we change that. Let's hyper chorus. And let's also add some more release on here. Okay. All right, let's see what else we got. That one's kind of weird. Flanger there. Alright, let's see. Ooh, there's some acid in here. Let's see what we got for acid lines. Yeah, that's not okay. That's pretty cool. That sounds kind of 303-ish. Yeah, and square bass is like cool. I could dig that. Ooh, we got some mind wheel action. I mean, that's okay. It's a decent imitation, but there's plenty of other ways to get some cool 303 shit, like the Era TB3 or the Boutique TB03 are great. Let's see, what else? Organ. Let's see if we got some good organs in here. Oh, that sounds kind of weird, huh? Sound like a freaking organ to you? I don't think so. That sounds like an organ. I'll play some ghosts and stuff. That one's not half bad. That's not bad. Alright, let's see what else. Pretty sure we're not gonna get a realistic piano out of here. Let's see what's in classic. And then we'll probably get ready to wrap it up here pretty soon. That's pretty wild. It's got some weird like form action. These are kind of remind me of like M1 or D50 type sounds. All right. Let's see. Digital. That's cool. It sounds like it's got some FM in it. And it does. Does it say? Sounds like kind of a fart sound. Excuse you. What else here? Ooh, I kind of dig that. I don't know, guys. Lots of possibilities here. The presets are actually not too bad. I mean, there's just so many of them. And again, like I was saying, I think people overlook sometimes with some of these digital synths that, hey, you know, the Virus is pretty sweet because it's got so much freaking horsepower. It's 16-part multi-timbral, and if you're like me and want to use some synths live, this is a nice way to get a lot of sound onto the stage without overloading your CPU, and that's kind of the main reason why I picked it up. So yeah, I'm a fan. I dig it. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about it. Are you guys into any digital synths, and if so, which ones? And what do you think of the Virus? I think the Virus is pretty cool. And yeah, so that's it for this week. I've got a couple of actual produced videos coming out here pretty soon as well. But next Sunday night, I'll try and be live again. So I guess mark your calendars. It'd probably be around, you know, between 10 and 11 p.m. Mountain Time. I know that's kind of late, but it's kind of how it works out schedule-wise for me. So anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate you coming through, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.